Okay, you read the title correctly. Now please put away the torches and the pitchforks and let me explain. Yes, there is a scene in this game that I find more inspiring than the entirety of Undertale. I am going to place in the video description and in a subtitle links to the timestamps in which I make my explanations and show you the scene. Okay, so the moment has passed. It was when Monika said that everyone has killed in video games. But does that make you a psychopath? The thing is, she's not accusing the player, as opposed to Sans' judgment. She's defending herself, a character in the game defending herself for going after other characters in the game, which allows me to more objectively review what she's saying. If you believe that that moment was less inspiring, then I won't argue, it's just a matter of preference. But I found Monika defending herself to be far more inspiring than, say, the judgment of an NPC. An NPC defending themselves to the player. That was so much more to me. So, regarding the Tsundere archetype, I've heard it compared to sugar and fire, or sweet and spicy, as opposed to the Kudire's sugar and ice. Previously, Monika called Yuri the Yandere, but prior to her influence, she was more of a Kudire, the sugar and ice, thus balancing Natsuki's sugar and fire. However, taking the sugar and spice version of the Tsundere, well, I've had sweet foods, I've had spicy foods. I know that there's some that go well together, well, passably, but I'm pretty sure it would take a master chef to combine those foods. And I think it's the same for the archetype. I think Monika has a point about Tsundere being unrealistic. As say, it only really works in games and anime and manga. think part of the big point behind archetypes and people liking them so much is less for the archetype itself and more because it's an idealization. As to say, a character who conforms directly to the archetype is an idealized character. In some ways, perfect despite the archetype itself having flaws. A perfect representation of an idea. I'm just going out on a limb here, but something about that feels right for why people like the archetypes over more realistic characters. Regarding Monika's route, based on some of the character interactions and how the player how the player character thinks of her, I'm pretty sure that she was supposed to be a secret or hidden route romance option, and her impatience caused her to destroy that option. Some sort of balance between all three of the others option. As for the Yandere archetype, she fulfills it, definitely, but here's the thing. She's able to realize at the end how badly she messed up, which means she actually is able to handle rejection, and based on how she acts this entire game, I think she actually redeems the archetype. She changes the Yandere archetype from being a joke into something serious that can actually be taken seriously. So anyway, thank you all for watching and have a good day. This is the Naysmith, signing out.